how did you get to that point of like loving them better by backing away?
Well, first of all, it's a process and a practice, right? Because there was I didn't have like one moment where I'm like, ooh, I love when people tell stories where they're like, and then this day came and everything was different. I've had like 80,000 of those days. But what was interesting is my background is I worked at a children's hospital here in Chicago. That's where I live. And I was in a partial hospitalization program as a therapist and as a clinician, as a teacher. And I then had my first child, and I initially with her when she was little, I was doing a lot of the behavior modification things I had learned as a clinician. I was using my professional awareness and my education to be a parent. And what I realized very quickly is that doesn't always work. That parenting is much more relationship based. And I believe this now as a clinician too, but it was felt like a huge transition from professional to personal. And I was realizing that really the best way to be with my kid was to be with my kid as a human being and to drop my therapist hat and to drop my teacher hat and to drop the whole role of what I think a mom is supposed to look like. And instead, just like be with this person and be like, what do they need? And how can I show up? And how can I be understanding? And how can I be compassionate for their experience? How can I and again, like I said, this is a practice. It's like I had days where I didn't have that. Hunter, it's funny. It's almost hard for me to remember those really early days because my daughters are now 18, 16, and 14. And so what I do remember about those early days was that I was very tired. And if I did not take care of myself, I was not going to be able to do what I needed to do to take care of these humans. I was not going to be able to get them to where they needed to go or to their appointments or to get to a play date or to be with them or to make their meals. There's very basic things that we need to do as parents that can be really redundant and boring, but very energy. The energy we need to do these redundant, often boring things is essential. I had to learn to sleep. It was like I guess it just goes back to everything that you started with, which is what I realized is I had to take care of myself. I had to be the closest I could be to a full human if I was going to show up for these people.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Iyanla Vanzant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.